A bit ago I made a video talking about Elden Ring's invisible posture meter. In that video I was making the case that that posture meter and some of the new additions to combat, such as the guard counter, the jumping R2s, and the heavily charged R2s, were Elden Ring's way of getting people to play a little bit differently. A lot of the promotional material shows people guarding with two-handed weapons, and then going right into a guard counter. It was done so often in the promotional material that it made me think maybe they want more than just people that use shields to make use of this guard counter function. And then I thought, well, if that's the case, then I can probably find evidence for that. If they want you to guard two-handed more often than you did in the other games, then it stands to reason that they would have increased the damage reduction when blocking two-handed. And that's exactly what I found. The longsword damage reduction went from 45 to 65. And since then, I've looked at a bunch more weapons. A lot of them have this significant physical damage reduction increase, by about 20 percentage points. But notably, not all of them, and that's what this video is about. Because in that last video, I got a few comments like this one. This is horrible news. I hate when developers keep changing the game and then forcing you to stop playing the way you like. So I feel like I need to clarify something here. When I said forced in my last video, I didn't mean actually forced. I meant incentivized. They're putting incentives to reward you for playing with their new mechanics. But that doesn't mean that you have to, or that it's impossible to clear the bosses or the game without using those mechanics. And in fact, not all weapons have those same incentives. The following is from a Reddit post that I found about a week after I made my video. It's called "Blocking with Two-Handed Weapons is Viable in Elden Ring." In it, the poster is making the same points I made, noting the significant physical damage reduction increase. But he also notes that this increase isn't present for all weapons. Things like the scimitar and the winged spear did not receive this notable increase. I went and then checked the katana, and the katana also didn't receive an increase in physical damage reduction. The poster notes that maybe the design of the weapon has something to do with why they weren't buffed. Like if it's something that doesn't look physically like it should block two-handed, then it won't receive this upgrade. But I think that since these three weapons all scale with dex, I think maybe that has more to do with it. I think that what's happening here is that there are weapons that incentivize blocking two-handed, and those that incentivize you to dodge and dual wield. And this also helps make shields not irrelevant. The curved sword and the winged spear have crappy block. And so if you still wanted to use the guard counter with these weapons, it'd be smart to pair them with a shield. But you don't have to do any of this. You can play exactly how you were playing in Dark Souls 3, and it'll probably still work. You might need to work at it a little more, but it'll work fine. You'll get through the game. Now for me, this actually is kind of a dilemma though. Because after messing with the network test and experimenting with all these new mechanics, I was really happy with them. And I really want to include the guard counter into my playstyle. So Elden Ring was going to be the first time I went in with a shield for my first playthrough. And I've never done that. I've always been more about dodging everything and leveling dex. But then I saw the footage from the game show where they showed the samurai armor in more detail, and that just looked really good. My inner weeb is calling to me. We've never had proper samurai armor in a Souls game. We've always had that crappy Eastern armor I wouldn't be caught dead in. I really like the idea of just two-handing a katana in the samurai armor and not using a shield. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. There's only 22 days left until Elden Ring. Until then, thank you very much for watching.